dark and not brightly colored. If you wear anything other than approved EDG attire, you may be subject to termination on the spot. Rooftops, stage tops preparedness. Genie-type roofs are prohibited at EDG under any circumstances. Always use EDG concrete weights and water weights. The water weights must be completely full and placed on rubber pads. Make sure the ground under the stage legs is stable and place the legs on a wooden base to spread the weight. Have poles ready to lift the roof to remove water pockets. Place flagging tape on cables in traffic areas. Place traffic cones over tent stakes, if used, to make them visible. Cover lift motors once in place so they don't get wet. Form over function problems. Never compromise safety for design reasons. Weights and cables will be used per the manufacturer's specifications. If more weight and cabling is needed, then work with your team leader to initiate this install. Do not allow the client to hijack safety by dictating weight placement or saying cables cannot go there. This is a safety issue and also a directive in operation. Get your team leader involved should this become an issue. Lower roofs each time the stage is not being used. Never allow scenic to be installed where the roof cannot be brought down within 15 minutes by the hands available. Always have weather radar on show sites using rooftops. Never leave a rooftop while guests are present without a rooftop manager overseeing the location area. Bring backup chain motors in case one fails. Staging preparedness. Always have your stage certification papers on site. Make sure the stage has an X bracing. Secure the stairs and make sure they are level and as close to normal stairs as possible. Throw away any damaged wood on decks. Tag damaged frames for repairs. Never use damaged staging. Keep decks dry when storing and never pack decks wet. Always use rubber feet. Always have the right tools ready for repairs at show sites. Always add tow rails across front and back of the stage. Neatly pack road cases under the stage. Create clear paths for performers. Use rope lighting along paths. Add clip lighting to stair units. Keep stage dry. Bring backpack blowers and use them as needed. Bring spare fuel for blowers. Protect grass if placed on grass. Nothing makes people more upset when you ruin their landscaping. Tools you must have to be prepared. Flashlight with fresh batteries. Mini mag light is fine. Crescent wrench. Leatherman. Gloves when loading and unloading. Proper shoes. No open-toed shoes. Ladders as required. Workbox for larger productions. 2 fire extinguishers, ABC, for stage area. 1 CO2 fire extinguisher at the console area. Plenty of sandbags. Rolls of plastic and tarps. Rope and gaffer's tape. Rules and directives are in place for a reason. The been there, experienced that tips for success. No smoking near production area or near trucks. Near meaning at least 100 feet away from anything, including our clients. No smoking except in designated areas of the location. No horseplay. Use a safety harness when required. Always bring trash bags to show sites for many reasons. Use the camper's motto, leave the area better than you found it. Clean show sites throughout the day. Police site and clean throughout the production and at day's end. The security safety meeting. Production managers should always have a pre-production meeting with a security manager at the venue. This meeting, done in advance of the show, always helps keep tensions low and assures no surprises. Respecting the rules of the venue is paramount. Each venue has certain rules that are venue specific, which may seem odd to you, but are very important to the venue staff. Never question such rules, simply follow them. Understand parking rules of each venue. Understand how the crew is to enter, check in, and exit the venue. Never be adversarial to the venue staff. Get to know the venue and where critical services are, such as electrical panels, water connections, fire extinguishers, etc. Cameras are not allowed in most venues, so do not bring them. Valuables are often stolen, so do not bring personal items of value. Always secure EDG items in a locked room when not in use, especially items that can be carried off, such as laptops and microphones. Make sure there is always a person watching the equipment 24/7. Preparedness hints for the production manager. Always do a load list and oversee your truck loading. If you cannot be there for your truck loading, then assign another responsible person to do this task. Do a site survey in advance to get to know the venue staff and site. Bring a megaphone with good batteries. Know your evacuation plan, where to park your vehicles, and location of your fire extinguisher. Be sure to always keep your venue clean. Send employees home that do not comply with all rules. Have food available for the crew if they cannot leave. Keep water available for the crew at all times. Create a proper break area for crew to relax when not working. Make sure all drain grates are clean and free of debris. Especially in the fall, with leaves falling, your site can flood in minutes due to this issue. Bring plenty of sandbags, plastic, and tarps for outdoor events. The EDG Operations Center will call you with weather alerts, but watch the weather and monitor it from your location. Safety is paramount over clients' wishes. Minimize trip hazards. Be the leader and stay in contact with the client. Have team leaders communicate with you throughout the setup and teardown of the event location. Be sure to allow yourself to have time for last-minute changes and be open to these moments with a positive approach. EDG entrusts managers and staff with thousands or even millions of dollars worth of equipment and sets. And like it or not, it's your job to keep it secure and operational. When determining the solution to your problem, always keep in mind the best solution is the one that disrupts the event the least. Stay calm and do not panic when something happens. Guests do not need to know there is an issue if at all possible. In case of problems and failures, act quickly. Use tools and backups as outlined in this video. Narrow down the problem through the process of elimination if the solution is not obvious. Remember Occam's razor. The simplest answer is probably the answer. Implement resolution or option to the best of your ability. Resume the show as quickly as possible. Post-show, tag problems so it is repaired or resolved following the production. In case of emergencies, anything beyond your immediate control, dial 911. In an emergency situation, dial 911 first. Never assume anyone else is called. Emergency crews can always be canceled. Use scene safety always. Don't jump into something you are not experienced to handle. You may do better staying out of the way and keeping others away than jumping into the middle of it. If you become injured, you can help no one. Secure life and minimize property loss. Life is more important than property. Allow areas for emergency crews to enter the location, exit the location, and to be allowed to work. Aid others as needed. Secure the site and sequester all EDG staff together away from the incident. Do not comment to anyone on an incident, and do not give your opinion to anyone regarding the situation or what may have caused it. There will be plenty of time for this when appropriate. You will be asked to write everything down that happened by an EDG risk manager following the emergency. Once things are under control, written statements by everyone should be done before anything else is started. These forms should be done individually and not discussed between workers. The forms are to be secure